Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat.
lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharp.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp. And welcome to the 1233rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Friday, March the 20th of 2026. It is good to have you guys in today. I'm actually a lot under the weather. The reason it doesn't sound like it is because I am all doped up on all sorts of cold medicine, flu medication, blah 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 blah. But your boy's area is not doing too good, so I'm not going to be as loud or as vivacious as I normally am. I don't know if vivacious is the right word, but just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, if I seem a little off today, that is why. I also will be sniffling and blowing my nose I don't know, man. My nasal passage, everything is dried out because I took a flu medication pill, so that's dried me all out. So hopefully my nose doesn't run all over the studio. We are streaming across multiple platforms. Actually, it's just going to be YouTube and Rumble. It's going to be YouTube and Rumble for the foreseeable future. Obviously, the reason for that is because Facebook is useless. Not getting anywhere there. Nobody watches me on Twitter. People mainly watch on YouTube and Rumble, so I figured I'd just go ahead and go where the people are. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharp Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Quick announcements before we get started here. Oh boy. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit that like button. It is the most important metric that YouTube looks at when determining this video's place in the algorithm. Also, if you regularly like my live streams, if you regularly like the live streams, you are far more likely to get push notifications when I go live. So if you want to help the show and make sure you get notifications when I start a live stream, hitting that like button will help immensely. Also, guys, make sure you share the video with anyone who pees standing up. Anyone with a Y chromosome. Guys, imagine your brother, your buddy, your coworker, even your dad thanking you for changing the very trajectory of his life simply because you shared a video, a short, or a clip. And remember, guys, there is no need to accompany the sharing of any of my videos with some sort of long explanation as to why they could need to watch it. Okay, just drop the link, and if they have questions, then you can answer them. But this is the best way to get the word out. No paragraphs of text, guys, like you guys are seeing on the screen, right? None of this, bro, you gotta watch this video, it's gonna change your life. This is the red pill, bro, it's the truth. Okay, none of that. Simply drop the link and let the chips fall where they may. Also, be sure to join my Discord. We have a lot of fun over there. We drop videos. We talk about dating and relationships. We share funny videos, memes, talk about current events, the whole nine. Discord, gentlemen, that is definitely the platform you need to join us on if you want to communicate with the family on a regular basis. So if you have any videos to share, any ideas to bounce off me and the guys, or if you're just looking for a community of like-minded men, join our Discord, link in the description and or bio, as well as, actually, you know what? There we are. Put that link in the chat for you guys. Hold on a second. Yep, there it is. There it is. I have figured out how to put the Discord link in there. So join my Discord link, join my Discord. Discord is really, really a cool place, man. It really, really is. The more I learn about it, the more I like it. You guys know how that goes. Also, guys, listen, if you think that you get something out of this content, if this content helps you, or if you think it could help somewhere else, drop your boy Cash App. The correct address is $Donovan Sharp, $Donovan Sharp. As you can see, my legal name, Edwin Hopkins, is on the screen. That is what will show up when you type in $Donovan Sharp. But I can assure you that is me. And every super chat, geez, I get all those mixed up. Every Cash App over the amount of $10 will get one of these bad boys. Of course, I always get the sound wrong. Dual main stereo. Here we go. There we are. Much better. So, listen, if you get something out of my content, if you're unable to super chat, if you want to share your boy some love, send your boy Cash App again. That is $ Donovan Sharp. We've got special guest Chester is going to be joining us for today's live stream. Also, guys, make sure you follow me all over social media. Guys, I am on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on X. I'm on Snapchat. And I'm still on TikTok, if you can believe it. You can find all the links to my social media pages in the description and on my YouTube page. Most importantly, make sure you follow me on Rumble, guys. Rumble is where I do all of my not safe for YouTube content, like my dating show breakdowns, my movie breakdowns, my sports watch-alongs, and so on and so forth. Guys, Rumble is where I stream my premium Patreon content. So if you want to join the fun, get educated, and watch my most impactful content live, follow me on rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. Speaking of rumble.com/Donovan Sharp, right after the stream, we are going to be continuing our dating show breakdown of Age of Attraction. It is an absolute train wreck. There's already one couple that has broken up, and as far as we can see, it didn't really have anything to do with age. And everything to do with the fact that, well, she's a black woman. Beautiful black woman. What was she? 27? Yeah, 27, 28 years old. But beautiful black girl was quote unquote celibate, and that became sort of one of the flashpoints, lightning rods for that relationship. So long to Jorge and Vanel. But if you guys want to watch the rest of that, if you guys want to watch that with us and not have to pay for it on Patreon, follow me on rumble.com/Donovan Sharp. After the stream, we will be continuing with Age of Attraction. And finally, if you want the best dating wisdom on the net, head over to datingwisdom.net. There you will find all of my books and courses, from my 5-part 7-hour audio course, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up, to my 25-hour course on dating and relationships, to my signature series, Womanese 101. You will find quite literally everything you need to dominate the dating market here in 2026. So go to datingwisdom.net if you are looking for real-world, actionable advice, as well as step-by-step guidance in terms of how to navigate today's dating and relationship landscape. I think that's it. Are those all the announcements? Oh, okay, cool. Good. All right, guys, that is it. That is it for the announcements. But as you guys know, it is Friday. It is Friday, which means I'm going to give you my 3 unbreakable Friday night rules. Really should be weekend rules. 3 unbreakable Friday night rules for those of you who are out here in the streets. Running game on these hoes, building harems, and chasing ass. Rule number 1, do not smash or wrap your ding-a-ling. Use a condom, you idiot. Rule number 2, do not drive drunk. Call an Uber, you fucking idiot. Rule number 3, send her a text and tell her how much you enjoyed hanging out with her right after she leaves your place, or right after she leaves your place. Do not wait until the next morning. I repeat, do not wait until the next morning. The reason I give you guys these 3 weekend rules is because when you chase women, there are quite a few pitfalls that can ruin that can turn your life completely upside down if you're not aware of them and do not plan accordingly. But there are 3 pitfalls in particular that will almost instantly destroy your life, not to mention setting you back financially, which can severely handicap your progress and eventual success. The first one's obvious. Knocking up a bitch who belongs to the streets. The second one is a DUI or DWI, and of course the third, and the most detrimental trap, is the false rape accusation. Okay, most of us have heard the old proverb, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in most cases, that is absolutely true. But given the dating climate here in 2026, an ounce of prevention is worth a lot more than that. Let's try 18 years of child support. Let's try at least 5 figures in attorney's fees, not to mention having your driver license suspended. And of course, being dragged into court on a false rape accusation where you will most assuredly be presumed guilty until proven innocent. All those guys are probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $250,000. That's $250,000, gentlemen. Okay? Now, I don't care how much or how little money you have. 250 grand is a lot of fucking money. I don't care. Dude, $250 is a lot of money. I do not care. And you need to ask yourselves this, guys. Is child support really worth blasting your load in her because sex feels better without a condom? Ask yourselves this. And again, I really want you to ask yourselves this. Is losing your license and having to pay attorney's fees into the tens of thousands of dollars worth driving drunk? Is having your name, your reputation, and possibly even your career destroyed, is that worth being too lazy to send whatever the hell her name was a short text to establish consent? I would like to think I know the answer, but we see and hear stories all day, every day about men who get caught up in these impossible situations simply because they did not protect themselves and use common sense when dealing with modern women. Guys, if you wrap your ding-a-ling and then put hot sauce in the condom before you flush it down the toilet, you've got nothing to worry about. If you call an Uber to take you home rather than driving drunk, you've got nothing to worry about. If you send her that smash after text or after smash text, you drastically decrease your odds of being a victim of a false rape accusation. You decrease your odds substantially more by installing cameras at your place and recording everything. So, to all my players, my womanizers, and thought chasers out there, be smart out there tonight, guys. Wrap up, call an Uber, and text her that you had a great time right after she leaves. Guys, do not wait until the next morning because a lot can happen during that time. Okay, make sure you send it right after she leaves, not 1 minute after. Good stuff. Okay, it is now time to do our age and location check. So if you guys would, put your age and location in the chat. Myself and everyone in here would greatly, greatly appreciate it. For example, I myself would type in 48/Reno because, well, I'm 48 and I live in Reno. The reason we do this, guys, is because if you are here, there is a better than average chance that you think the way we do here at TSR Towers. But you also understand how difficult it is to meet like-minded people who share our beliefs. By putting your age and location in the chat, you alert people here who might live in your proximity that you are also watching. You never know. Someone could be watching from your city, your neighborhood, your street, your block, maybe even in your own building. So this particular check is how we build communities of like-minded men. So put your age and location in the chat if you are interested in building relationships with people who think the way we do. All right, got a hell of a show for you guys. Got a hell of a show in store for you guys today, as you guys all know. We are going to be continuing our breakdown. We're going to be continuing our breakdown of Age of Attraction. There's a 54-year-old bitch who's going to meet her kids today, and according to the previews, she does not tell her children how old her 27-year-old boyfriend is. Ay. Of course. All right, let me go through the chats here. Luke Perry is back in the house. Good to see you in here. Putting in the Discord link. Luke Perry says we need one more member for 500. One more member for 500. We have 499 members. We need one more member. Dr. B84 says, yo, from Cabo, Mexico. Gonna miss this one live, so I'll have to watch it on the replay later. Absolutely. And for good measure, he says, and for the record, that chick is mega cooked. Yep. Bro, this woman is absolutely, this bitch is fucking deep fried. This bitch is deep fried. And you want to know what the funny thing is when I knew nothing about this woman. I knew nothing about this woman at all. I saw the previews with Devin and I was like, oh my God, this woman is a fucking train wreck. I knew it. And then Devin started digging stuff up. Sheesh. Dre Raven says, I don't know, hear me out, guys. I think this chick is actually the perfect Bachelorette contestant. I mean, she is an accurate representation of what we have to choose from in the modern dating market. Unfortunately, Dre Raven is right. There are more women that have more in common with Taylor Frankie Paul than women who do not. I'm surprised she doesn't have any tattoos, to be honest with you. That would really sort of complete the package, but she is Mormon, so I guess we'll give her a pass on that. By the way, Dr. B84, his birthday is tomorrow. He will be 42 years old. Good to see you in here. Hope you are enjoying yourself. E. Jones says, I missed the train wreck video and the sound drop Donovan used to play. Yeah, I'm gonna bring back a lot of my other sound drops, like the Denzel Washington. My nigga. My nigga. Level Up Man says, Disney is going to nuke her season like they did the Willow reboot. I'm sorry, wait, what? There was a Willow reboot? Are you serious? I did not know that. King Life says she's lucky her man is an African. The world would have stopped the moment, the video would have stopped the moment she swung, and it would turn back on to him saying, "Why are you running?" Yeah, if that dude was a nigga, that's what would have, yes sir. Yep, that's exactly what would have happened. That's exactly what would happen. If she was with a real one, he'd have knocked her ass out. He'd have gone to jail, but he'd have knocked her ass out. Insane. Insane. Derek Swindoll says, my ex before my wife tried a couple of times to buck up to me. Didn't work out for her, and I never had to lay a hand on her. I just looked her in the eye and said, try it. Yep, there you go. Yeah, the quieter you are with women, the more they respect your masculine presence, right? Just look her dead in the eye and be like, oh, you're going to swing on me? Try it. Try it. Fuck around and find out. Touch me and see what happens. Hashtag Carmelo Anthony. By the way, that trial is in just over 2 months away. Can't wait for that. It's going to be content all day long. Yes, Jay Blaze says, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris has passed away today at the age of 86. Actually, he's passed away at the age of 86. There are reports saying that this is indeed a hoax and that Chuck Norris isn't actually dead. See, Chuck Norris doesn't die. Chuck Norris kills death. R.I.P. to one of the goats, man. R.I.P. to one of the goats. Jay Blaze says, I heard he roundhouse kicked a mirror in his house, and the only only thing that could do it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. King Life says, Chuck Norris looked at the man in the mirror, and the mirror couldn't handle it. No, he could not. No, he could not. Jamal Miller says, WTF, she is kicking his ass in that video. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Jay Blaze says, guns don't kill people. Chuck Norris kills people. Yep. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. All right, good stuff. Abram Outlaw's in the house, a.k.a. Mike in Baltimore. All right, here we go. James Hancock checking in from Bozeman, Montana. I know it's beautiful out there. Robert Anderson watching from Arlington, Texas. Good to see you in here. E. Jones checking in from Idaho Falls, Idaho. I'm sure that place is beautiful. E. Jones, by the way, I'm not sure if you saw, I was actually on with Tommy this past Tuesday. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. We're definitely gonna make that a regular thing. Johnny Green is checking in from Chirac. JD Cruz from right down the road in Sacramento. JD Bocanegra checking in from San Antonio, Texas, home of the future NBA champion San Antonio Spurs. Holy moly! Listen, man. A lot of people say that San Antonio's too young and they've got to pay their dues. That might be true, but I'm gonna tell you what, man. They are what, 5-1, 6-1 against Oklahoma City. Victor Wembanyama is absolutely the truth, man. Holy moly. Holy moly. Crazy. Crazy. King Life says, damn, I think I'm the youngest in the group. You know what? You might be. You might be. Next Cow is watching from Youngstown, Ohio. There's actually a 30 for 30 about Jim Tressel and Maurice Claret. And I think it's called Youngstown Boys. Very good 30 for 30. It's the story of Maurice Claret and boy. But he seems to be doing better for himself. So shout out to him. King Life says celibacy is all good and dandy, but it's not a relationship if I'm not getting the panties. No, fuck that. Like if we ain't fucking, we're roommates. I don't give a fuck. Squad 1981 checking in from Columbus, Ohio. Robert Anderson says, I also have 2 DUIs. Guys, listen to Donovan. Get that Uber. You better believe it. Dude, listen, I've broken many laws in my life. Driving drunk is not one of them. Holy moly. Thank God. The Level Up Man watching from the Big Easy. Appreciate that. Let's see who else we got in here. Phoenix Light Games is checking in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today. I guess he's doing a little bit of traveling, normally in the Florida area. Florida. Good stuff. Darkside 5150 with the has gifted a Donovan Sharp membership at Johnny Green. At Johnny Green to welcome him to the TSR family. Squad 1981 is also a new member. Good stuff. At Squad 1981 to welcome him to the family. Absolutely. Good shit. Funeral 1122 says Temptation Island is coming next month. Yes, it is. What was the date again? I think we looked up the date. I think it's the 20th. Hang on a second. Temptation Island. Release date 2026. I think it's April the 20th. Yeah, damn, April the 10th. Holy shit, that's in 21 days. 21 days, man. Good stuff. Ollie J Real Music says, Donovan, any plans for this weekend? Yeah, probably going to do some cleaning up. It's not an F1 weekend, so the boys are off. The boys are off today. Then they go to Japan for the Japanese Grand Prix. All kinds of crazy stuff. Oh my God, all kinds of crazy stuff going on in F1. Adrian Newey stepped down as the team principal in Aston Martin. Adrian Newey is inarguably the greatest engineer in Formula One history. He gave he tried team principal. It's not for him. He probably wants to stay on the engineering side and focus his efforts on that. Jonathan Wheatley, the team principal for Audi, who used to be Kick Sauber last year, he has also stepped down, and rumor has it that he is going to be Aston Martin's next team principal. Mattia Binotto, who used to be the the Ferrari team principal, takes over for Jonathan Wheatley at Audi as the team principal, as Mattia Binotto oversaw the transition from Kick Sauber to Audi. So I think he's probably the perfect guy for that. But yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Also, shout out to the High Point Panthers. Shout out to the High Point University Panthers. Yes, sir. That is the college I dropped out of. Dropped out of. Nonetheless, I still went there. We got our first NCAA victory of all time. High Point University. Like, I never thought I would live to see the day where I would actually say High Point University got further in the NCAA tournament than the North Carolina Tar Heels. Who knew? Eben Zuer says, almost every video you watch about domestic violence, it's the women who are the aggressors, but Simpson 304s will ask the stupid question, what did he do before she hit him? Yeah, exactly. But if a nigga's beating a bitch's ass, they don't ask those questions. And if you do ask those questions, you get canceled. Level Up Man says, yep, Disney tried to do a Girl Boss reboot with Willow. Oh, God. It got pulled off as soon as Disney servers and nuked as soon as the short-lived season. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Ay. Jesus Christ. Legend said there's a video of Clavicular too of a girl slapping him and he has her arrested. Yeah, I actually saw the video where she walked up to him and slapped him. Then they talked a little bit and then Clav was like, yo, call the fucking cops. The bitch just hit me. Level Up Man says when Chuck arrives at the pearly gates, he will make the decision as to whether or not St. Peter is allowed to enter. Damn right. You better believe it. S Notice with the $5 super chat says R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Absolutely. Let's see. Jerry Raven says she was a miserable cow that was also in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I actually watched that series. Homely Ginger, they were obsessed with for a couple of years. Who was that? I actually saw that little miniseries. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. I thought that was pretty cool. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that based in New Orleans or Louisiana somewhere? And I think there was a black girl who had a crush on the Winter Soldier. I was like, look at a black girl crushing on the white boy. Good stuff. Havoc Pleasant says, gotta show love to Luka and the Lakers. Dude, Luka scoring 50 a game the last couple games. What, he dropped 60 last night? Woo! God damn. Oh no! Abram Outlaw checking in from Maryland. Mike is still struggling. Mike, bro. He said, I want that old thing back. Mike, bruh. Gotta get rid of those videos, my guy. You gotta get rid of those videos, bruh. Because if you don't get you gotta get, look. I know it's hard. Mike, but bro. You gotta get rid of those videos, dude. You've got to get rid of those videos because if you don't, you're gonna try and get that old thing back. And if you try and get that old thing back, your job is not gonna want you back. Pedantic Fool says, why is Chuck Norris so popular? I only know him from Way of the Dragon. He's probably a little before your time, Pedantic Fool. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm 48 years old. And So I was well aware of Chuck Norris before he came, before he became really sort of the tough guy version of the most interesting man in the world. But you know how it goes. Doctor Who Design says Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He moves the earth. Absolutely. That's another good one. That's another one. James Hancock says Chuck Norris only lets Jackie Chan live because he likes Chris Tucker movies. Yeah. Cam Jam says Celtics got it this year. Don't trip. I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Because Cade Cunningham just went down. We don't know when he's gonna be back, right? I don't think anybody trusts Cleveland. So yeah, it might be Boston coming out of the East. It might be Boston coming out of the East again this year. I mean, dude, I think they're probably statistically the best team in the East. And oh, by the way, they got Jason Tatum back. Man, oh man. Dylan says, speaking of the Carmelo trial, did you change your mind about the outcome? Some of the evidence looks good for Carmelo. Hell no. Hell no. That kid is, dude, listen, that kid is 224% guilty. That that kid is 224% guilty. You said some of the evidence looks good for Carmelo. What evidence are you talking about? Because I haven't heard or seen any evidence. Now, again, here's the thing. Let me just divert here shortly. I said it when the story first broke, last April 2nd, and I'll say it again. Okay? If I see or hear of video evidence or some sort of evidence that shows that it was that Carmelo Anthony clearly acted in self-defense, I'll be the first to come on here and say I was wrong. Okay? Because unlike the other side, in my mind, there is a world where Carmelo Anthony gets off in one of two ways. The first way will have nothing to do with the actual evidence and everything to do with things going around the trial. Think of the O.J. Simpson. Trial. Whether you believe he was guilty or innocent, I'm not going to discuss that. But a big reason why the O.J. verdict came down like it did is because, well, you had a bunch of black people, making him not guilty because, well, he was black, right? My guess is that if there's some sort of a social pressure, whatever the case may be, yeah, I could see Carmelo Anthony getting off because maybe Frisco doesn't want, rioting. But there's also the second way is if somebody's got a video, and it shows Austin and his brother ganging up on the dude and he pulls out his knife and stabs him, then yeah. But that's not what Carmelo said happened. Carmelo said he put hands on me. He didn't say they put hands on me. He said he put hands on me. He is singular. So, give me a second here. Danny Gonzalez says, "Thank God for the camera recording because we all know she would have lured her way right out of it." Absolutely, yeah, she'd have wriggled her way out of it for sure. Jose Garcia says, "Did she get arrested?" I don't know, but I certainly hope she did. Jay Blay says, "Falcon and Winter Soldier was the most hateful Marvel comic." Yeah. That was when Falcon became, I think, black in America. You gotta go out? Oh, all right. Yeah, Chester was good stuff. Yeah, Delta Force, Walker, Texas Ranger. Yep, Grandpa used to love. Yeah. Bryce Hellfong says, underneath Chuck Norris's beard is another fist. Taiki Prod says, Chuck Norris dead? Death just signed its own death warrant. Absolutely. Chuck's coming for him. Dylan says, Carmelo said, touch me and see what happens. Seems like Austin was making threats of him. No, dude, no. When Carmelo said, touch me and see what happens, that wasn't like a defensive posture, Dylan. That was a warning. Touch me and see what happens, okay? He said, touch me and see what happens. Just because he says, touch me and see what happens, that doesn't make anything seem like anything, right? It says it made it seem like Austin was making threats of harm. Touch me and see what happens. And you have to understand that you do have the right to defend yourself against someone who is accosting you. But your defense, your retaliation has to be commensurate with the offense. So if Austin came at him with a knife and Carmelo came at him with a knife, well, Carmelo's not guilty, right? Apparently what happened, according to Carmelo, is Austin really didn't believe him. He said, all right, I'm going to touch you. Carmelo pulled out the knife, Stabbed Austin in the chest. Stabbed Austin in the chest. And again, this is one of the many scourges. This is another reason why people don't take niggas seriously, right? Like Dylan wants Carmelo Anthony to get off, right? He says that there is no, like we haven't heard anything. Just because you think it seems like he was making threats of him, that doesn't mean he did, right? And what people like you try to do, you guys try to make the reasonable fear for your life subjective. Well, if he felt his life was in danger, then his life must have been in danger. No, it doesn't. No, the state determines whether or not his life was in danger, not Carmelo Anthony. Because people could just be walking around here doing whatever they want to anybody. Well, I felt like my life was in danger, officer. They're not going to tell you, okay, well, you're not under arrest. No. Yeah, Edward Cross says it's called the escalation of force. Right. Like if I push you and then you pull out a gun and shoot me, or if I push you and you take out a knife and stab me, that's it, bro. You're going to jail. That's murder. Straight up. Also, Carmelo Anthony brought a knife to school. Okay, that's illegal in and of itself. You can't be bringing weapons to school. And then a lot of people like to say, yeah, well, people bring knives to school all the time. Yes, they do. That doesn't mean that what Carmelo did was not wrong and was not against the law. This is how that is. Bad Sneakers checking in from Northwest Missouri. Appreciate that. Romarone watching from the Bay Area. Sadly. King Life says Carmelo was not supposed to be under their tent as a football captain. You're supposed to know the rules. Yep. Listen. I think, just based on what I've heard, I think Carmelo went into that tent with the intent, and this is just me talking. I'm not saying that this is fact or anything, but based on what I have seen and heard, and my opinion could change based on new evidence and facts, based on what I have seen and heard about the situation, Carmelo Anthony he got under the team's tent looking for some static. He was looking for a confrontation, man. He was looking for a confrontation, and well, he got it, and now he's been charged with murder. Now I will say this: if he is guilty, if they do find him guilty, I know a lot of people get emotional about this kind of stuff. I get it. I understand, right? And I know that Mr. Metcalf is probably still grieving the death of his son. I get it. I'm not one of these dudes who's in favor of, lock that nigga up and throw away the key. No. The kid is 17. He'll be 18 by the time the trial starts. I think personally, if it were, now see, that's the thing. I can't, because if it were my son, I want him in prison for life. So I can't really, but this again, guys, this is why when they select the jury, they try to find as many impartial people as humanly possible. You know what I mean? Because you can't say, well, if that was my kid, then what would I do? No, but that's not your kid. This is why there's this thing called conflicts of interest. So I think the kid will get a fair trial. I think if he is found guilty, and again, I've said before, there is a world where he can be found not guilty. But if he is found guilty, I don't think there's any need for a 60-year sentence. Okay, the kid's life is already over. His life is already over, and I think before the trial even begun, I think he's already learned his lesson. Now he still needs to be held to account for what he did. But I promise you this, he's never going to pull out a knife and stab anyone else again, with the exception of the fact that his life might be in danger, Funeral says, Don, you going to watch the Fanatics football game where Tom Brady is going to quarterback? Who do you think is going to be boring? No, I'm going to check it out. I'll definitely check it out. A couple more and then we'll get started here. Dylan says, I understand what you guys are saying. However, are you guys saying it's okay for people to threaten and attack you? No. Now, see, you just added something. You added threaten. You added attack to threaten. And no, it's not okay for people to threaten and attack you, okay? But Austin Metcalf, by all accounts, did not threaten Carmelo. No, Carmelo actually threatened Austin Metcalf. He said, touch me and see what happens. That was the threat. That was the warning, okay? And just because someone says, I'm going to kick your ass, does not give you the right to pull out a knife and stab somebody in the heart. You know what I mean? Like, listen, Dylan, you can try and defend this kid's behavior all you want to. And you're actually doing it very civilly, which is actually shockingly commendable, right? But at the end of the day, man, Carmelo's wrong. He should not have brought a knife to school. I don't care how many kids bring knives in schools to guns. He was the one who actually used it that day. Wrong is wrong. Okay, number 2, everyone keeps trying to add different elements. Oh, so you think it's okay to threaten and, what was it? Threaten and attack? Nobody attacked Carmelo Anthony. Nobody attacked him. Okay? Threatening and attacking, and then we have people, well, there were 2 of their big... No, he says he put hands on me, officer, not they put hands on me. And what happened, and the thing is Carmelo actually left that up to interpretation. I think all Austin Metcalf did was touch him. So in the literal sense of the word, Austin Metcalf did indeed put his hands on Carmelo Anthony. And listen, whether he punched him or hit him, that's assault. Like, if somebody does not want you to touch them, you are not supposed to touch them. I'll definitely give him that. But that doesn't mean that if someone touches you or pushes you or whatever, that does not give you the right to pull out a knife and stab someone in the heart. The whole thing is listen. He's cooked. He's cooked. Carmelo Anthony is cooked. His life is already going to be over. He's probably going to get out of prison somewhere. Probably somewhere when he's in his mid to late 30s, whatever the case may be. At that point, I think. Max says Don he does. Oh, says Don he doesn't seem remorseful. Oh wow, he doesn't seem remorseful. That's not good, man. Yeah, and that's and I haven't paid attention to this since it started, but I can't I don't know if he's remorseful or not, but I know the moves that him and his family have made. It just looks bad. It's a really, really bad look. Really bad look. Alone again with the $2 super chat says, what's up, Donovan? Leveling up for a coaching call. Good stuff. Good stuff. Aaron Moses says, I say 20-year sentence. Do 12 to 15. Okay. Alone again says, are you going to talk about the Marquette and Myron beef? No, that's nonsense. Not talking about that. If Marquette decided that he doesn't want to swim with Fresh and Fit anymore, I don't have anything to say about that. And I've never even met Marquette. You know what I mean? So, but when it comes down to it, listen, man, I'm taking Myron's side. So, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with that stuff. Mac is in Arkansas today. Good to see you in here. Jamal Miller checking in from the nation's capital. The stark contrast up in the Emerald of the Northwest, aka Seattle. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. So the Bachelorette yesterday, the Bachelorette has been canceled. It has been canceled because the star of the show, the actual Bachelorette herself, Taylor Frankie. Let's just keep it honest. She's a trash human. She's absolutely a garbage trash human. She's trash. She's a bad person. And the thing is I try to stay away from opinions like these because you don't really know who these people are, right? Yes, they're celebrities and this and that and the third. They have thoughts and feelings, all that. I get it. But again, just based on what we've seen and heard, she's a trash human. I have no idea how this woman became the Bachelor. She has 3, count them. Number 1, she's 31 years old. That's an L, okay? Number 2, she has 3 kids by 2 different men. That's definitely an L. And number 3, she appears to be still hung up on her ex, Dakota, who was the man that she attacked, in that video. So what we're going to do today, before we get into the story, I actually set up a temporary Hofax for Miss Paul. Taylor Frankie Paul. We have set up the Hofax for her, and of course the reason where we get the Hofax is, well, we're going to check her Instagram. So let's see here. Okay, so listen, obviously let's go to the Hofax. The first crimson flag. Actually, you know what? There's the black flag. She's a single mom. That's a black flag. That makes her undateable. JD Cruz says she's not really good looking. No, she's not. I don't think. And you guys know me. I'm always the guy who says, listen, just because somebody is a trash human doesn't mean that we have to turn off our brains and recognize that someone is or is not objectively attractive. Guste Janis is a walking false rape accusation. She is attractive. I don't like her. I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Okay? But for me to sit here and say that she's unattractive, that would be stupid. No. Taylor Frankie is not attractive. She's absolutely, absolutely not attractive. So the first black flag is that she is a single mom. A crimson flag is that she's been divorced. Okay. Another black flag is that she cheated. She had an affair. This, of course, was the quote-unquote soft, the soft swing or whatever. And we'll read about that here in short order. But this woman, listen, she's a single mom. She's had an affair. She's got 2 baby daddies. Right? Those are clear. I just do not know. I don't know what green flags this woman has. So let's go back. Let's go back to the Instagram. Oh, this is interesting. The messiest woman on television. Look how proud she is. Look how proud she is of being labeled the messiest woman on television. She said, this was her back in February. When you come at me, that's a different level of, I will give it back to you. I'm not rising above. Actually, I'm raising hell. You know, it's the women like this, dude. You can tell that this is a woman who's never been knocked out. Like, she's never really, like, she doesn't have appreciation for, like, masculine strength. When you come at me, I'm going to give it back to you. How exactly are you going to, quote unquote, give it back to me? Right? What are you going to do? Yell, scream, holler? You're a woman. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to raise hell? The only hell that women raise is the hell that men allow them to raise. That's the kind of hell. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, ellipsis, with other men. Women cannot do anything without men. They can't even have babies without men. So when a woman says, I'm going to give it back to you and I'm going to raise hell, what she really means is, all right, I'm going to raise hell, but I'm going to let as many men know about it as possible in case this goes sideways. I was being called this best friend husband stealer. I have no idea what that means. What, thief? Had I not ever told the story, that's all you would have known me as, and that's not true. Yes, you can say that, but also tell them that you were sucking my husband's dick too. Don't forget that. Wow. Well, how about that? How about that? How about that? Aaron the Moses says, definitely never been with a black man.
Nope.
No, she has not. No, she has not. I'm overwhelmed to the point that I feel suffocated. The emotional toll catches up to you. I think I've been the go, that I have not processed shit that actually hurts. Nobody gives a fuck. Right now has been the closest I've ever gotten. I have no idea what the fuck that means. Right? So again, look at this. This is cute. This is cute. The Book of More Men. You get it? The Book of More... she thinks she's so clever and cute. I guarantee you she did not think of that name. And there she is, the nerve. Let's see what this is. Taylor did what? Wait.
Don't do that. What's ended up with him? Then I have to apologize for that.
I have no idea what the fuck that is. I have no idea what the fuck that is. This woman is an absolute dumpster fire, guys. She's a train wreck. She's narcissistic. She's solipsistic. Oh, she was in a basketball all-star game. Very smart of her. Very smart of her to put this stuff. Very smart of her to put this stuff up with copyrighted content. That way people can't really listen to it. You guys can tell. You guys can tell. Oh, also, here's another log to add to the fire. Okay, a crimson flag is that she is an influencer. She's an influencer, guys. I'm telling you right now, female influencers are absolutely not relationship material. Okay, if you meet a girl and you like her and she has any influence, any clout on Instagram, social media, she belongs to the streets. Mac with the $10 super chat says, Carmelo Anthony not only brought a weapon to school, he initiated the confrontation, then escalated, ultimately choosing deadly force because his little nigga feelings was hurt. Yeah. I think Carmelo Anthony thought that he was going to get away with stabbing a white kid. He put his hands on me. No, Carmelo Anthony probably should have read the law. And if he's not remorseful, like a lot of you guys are saying he's not, he really is cooked. He really is cooked. There she is. I thought that was her working out. Yeah. You can, again, guys, you can just tell You can just tell this girl is all about me, me, me. It's all about me. I got the rose. And by the way, guys, she was actually named the Bachelorette back in September. So, but yeah, it makes absolutely zero sense why this woman got was tapped as the Bachelorette. Okay? She's not deserving of the title. Bitch, you got three kids and no husband. Oh, there she is trying to show that ironing board backside. She appears to be proud of. There it is, thought behavior. Does this, honestly, look at this. Does this look like, see it again, look at these pictures. Does this really look like a mother of three? Like, does this look like something, look at this. Does this look the way a mother of three should look? Not becoming of a mother of three. Not becoming a mother of three. The Instagram thought, look at this. Look at this. Just attention after, it's insane. It's insane. All right, so let's just go down the timeline here. The new Bachelorette revealed. Mom of three in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Taylor Frankie Paul takes the lead. Notice how they said mom of three. Mom of three. And guys, I want you to understand something here. I want you to understand something very, very clearly. There is a huge difference between a mother and a mom. Let me repeat that. There is a big difference between a mother and a mom. There's a reason why they said mom of three. You know what a mom is? A mom is a good mother. That's who a mom is. It shouldn't be called Happy Mother's Day. It should be called Happy Mom's Day because there are big differences between mothers and moms. Any woman, any female can become a mother. Okay? To be a mother, all you have to do is let some dude fuck you raw. That's it. Let a dude fuck you raw, he gets you pregnant. That's how you become a mother. Okay? Becoming a mom happens after you shit the little fucker out. We call it Happy Mother's Day. No, not every woman who has had a child or birthed a child is worthy of the respect that comes with a mom. Sorry. But they use mom of three on purpose because they don't want to call her a single mother. They're not going to call her a single mom. Right? And I don't call them single moms. I call them single mothers. Because I've never, ever, ever met a good single mom. Not one. Never, ever, guys. Every single mom that I have ever known in my life, and I'm 48 years, and listen, I'm sure that there are some good single mothers out there. I'm sure there are. Actually, let me just change that. I'm sure that there are some good single moms out there. But me personally, I have never met a good single mother. Ever. Including my own, which is part of the reason why I'm a crazy fucker now. All right, on Wednesday, September 10th, the article starts. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star 31 was announced as the lead for season 22 of The Bachelor on Call. Do you see the branding, guys? Do you guys see the branding? Well, you're going to make this announcement on Call Her Daddy. The fact that she's even on that podcast, that tells us all we need to know about her mindset in the culture. Miami J with the $2 super chat says, "What up, fam, for the cause?" Appreciate that. Stumbo99 with the $5 super chat says, "Don, you should definitely do a breakdown of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's a goldmine of content and relationships and red flags." Okay, I might actually check that out. It continues, "You are on Call Her Daddy, so we can officially announce that you are the season's Bachelorette. How you feeling?" Host Alex Cooper asked Paul. "Surreal. It has not hit me right now in this moment," she explained. "I'm just thinking about it, and it's not real. And it's not going to be until I think the limo is pulling up, and meeting the people." Adding that she, quote, feels nervous, Paul continued, "How did I get here? In my head, I'm like, how is this happening? That's my answer." You see that? How did I get here? Guys, no matter what women do or say out loud, women know the score. They know the internal scoreboard. That's why she's asking, how did I get here? I'm a drama queen. I have a mental illness. I have 3 kids by 2 different men. I can't get over my ex. Why do I get to be the Bachelorette? This right here. How did I get here? That is her mind trying to shove a little bit of truth in there. It continues. The mom of 3 went on to share that her being on the show started as a joke 3 years ago when she made a TikTok, but it was something that she always saw as, quote, unattainable. Wasn't she married 3 years ago? Right? Like you thought that was, what, you think that's unattainable while you were married? I don't know if that got their attention. It was mainly a joke to me. Then we had a meeting. I still couldn't believe it until I got the invitation. Will you be our bachelorette? Same reaction, shaking, packing back and forth. There's no way. No way. I guess that's the Taylor Frankie. Paul went on to admit that she did have some reservations about becoming the bachelorette. Yeah, that's cap.
Stop the cap.
As well as confirming that she is still going to be a part of the secret lives of Mormon wives. How do I make this work? I'm a co-parent. I have 2 baby daddies, not 1, so I'm dealing with 2 different people. My children, my home base is here. Can I travel that long? Can I be gone that long? Paul explained. This is so funny. She's trying to make it sound like she actually thought about those things. No, you absolutely are going to abandon your kids so that you can sleep with a bunch of guys on the show. And how many guys did she fuck on The Bachelorette? Right? Because you guys know there's the fantasy suites. You guys remember Hannah Brown, the second worst bachelorette ever? Hannah Brown was a fucking whore. All that bitch did was make out with dudes, and she fucked like 3 guys in the fantasy. How many men did she have sex with in the fantasy suites? How many men did she have sex with?
Yep.
It's probably the answer. But then I'm also thinking on the side, the other 2 moms that are in my group, Jen Affleck and Whitney Leavitt, are doing Dancing with the Stars, and they brought their family up, but they also have their husbands. So for me, I'm like, is this possible to do as a single mom? She finally said it. Can I make it work realistically no matter how much I want this? And I was like, I can if you want to, and you can. And it comes down to that. So I was just like, I will make it work. I can ask for help more, she added. She was not saying no. There was no way she was going to say no. And yeah, she's not good looking, y'all. She's not. She's just not. She needs a manicure. Fake femininity. Ay, ay, ay. The reality TV star added that the news was, quote, shocking to her and her family, but said they're all excited. As for what her Secret Lives of Mormon Wives co-stars think about her being the Bachelorette, Paul revealed that they all know about her news and that she's received nothing but, quote, positive feedback. I think most of them are going to be happy for me and support me, Paul said. I can't speak for everyone and what they actually think. You can never really know. But I think we are all kind of doing our own thing, so everyone is getting their own shots, or their shots. It's not just about her. Yeah, it is. Cooper then asked if there's going to be any, quote, side group chats about Paul being on the show. I can't say I don't know. She said, I guess we'll see on whatever season we'll be on. There she is again as the Bachelorette. Okay, very good. Very good. This is a little bit about her history. This is a little bit about her history here. This will sort of give us a little bit of little context. Paul rose to fame as an influencer in the, quote, Mom Talk community. In June 2022, she revealed that she and her husband, Tate Paul, were getting a divorce, setting off a soft swinging scandal that rocked the community. Uh-oh. Yeah, she admitted that her and her husband were soft swingers. Apparently, they were allowed to hook up with other people as long as they didn't go all the way.
Stop the cap.
Of course she was fucking other people. Of course she fucked that dude, right? Mac with the $5 super chat says, off topic, Don, did you see that Jason Whitlock Cam Newton interview? I did not. Actually, I did not. That would be very, wow. Jason Whitlock, Cam Newton interview. All right, I'll bring that up later. I'll bring that up later. That should be interesting. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives follows the aftermath of Paul's marriage ending, leading her to expose that a group of friends from Mom Talk were, quote, soft swinging and, quote, had an arrangement together. The show also followed Paul's new relationship with boyfriend Dakota Mortensen. The ups and downs of their relationship while expecting their first baby played out in the show's first season, and the pair have since split. The influencer shares 2 children, Indy and Ocean. Oh, cool. What are your kids' names? Yeah, that's Indy and Ocean. Dude, what are we doing? Seriously? Seriously? Your children's names are Indian Ocean. Ay, ay, ay. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Dude, I can't wait for this chick. I can't wait for Alex Cooper to be crying in her car on TikTok. I cannot wait. That day is coming. Cooper teased the announcement was on the horizon by posting a video of herself cutting into a cake, which read season 30 in blue icing on her podcast Instagram page. She then showed a slice of the cake with pink frosting and asked, wait, why is it pink? Jesus Christ. The post, blah, blah, continue to drop, blah, 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 next Bachelor, da, 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 da. Okay, all right. Yeah, corny. That dude, that's fucking corny as fuck. It's corny as fuck. All right, let's move on up the timeline. Uh-oh. This article dropped a little over a week ago. Taylor Frankie had brief romance with TikTok musician Ben Lambert just before she was announced as the Bachelorette. Now, to me, I don't care about this. That's nobody's business. If she wants to be in a relationship with somebody, that's fine. However, how many times have we seen on Bachelorette seasons in particular, if a woman finds out that you even talked to another woman, oh my God, you were talking to her 3 months before you came to the show, you're going home. It's like they want men to remain chaste for them when they're free to go off and fuck whoever. Ay, ay, ay. Taylor Frankie is just trying to get the hang of the single life, so already they're making excuses for her. They're making excuses for her bad behavior. Taylor Frankie Paul, she's just trying to get the hang of the single life. The new season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives shows the Mom Talk creator, 31, talking to a new guy. She flies him out to visit and get to know each other, revealing it's musician Ben Lambert, whom she met after communicating on a TikTok live where he was playing songs and taking requests. This is why I tell you, do not commit to women who are influencers. Okay? Do not commit to women who are influencers. This is what happens. They slide in people's DMs. I don't know why I was like, immediately, I was like, crush. She revealed in a confessional. Weeks go by, and we have obviously had phone calls, and I've watched them on TikToks, and we've communicated. The two hung out. And the mom of 3 appears to giggle and enjoy her time with Lambert. It was the second time the pair met. During the first, Taylor shared a since-deleted photo of herself with the guitarist, where his face couldn't be seen, which many thought Taylor was, quote-unquote, soft launching a new guy. Just fucking Christ. Cooper asked about Taylor, call her daddy, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, this woman had a relationship. This woman had a relationship with some TikTok musician before she was announced as the Bachelor. To me, that's a nothing burger. But again, the double standard here exists. If a man has anything to do with any woman whatsoever, anything at all, LMG. Ay. Insane. Let's move to the next article. Here we are. There it is. Mormon soft swinger TikToker Taylor Frankie Paul arrested for alleged domestic violence in Utah. This was back in 2023, as you guys can see. Taylor Frankie Paul, a popular Mormon mommy TikToker. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just get one thing straight. In order to be, and I always thought Mormon girls were supposed to be a little bit more sexually chaste. That's why I was surprised when I started seeing commercials about the secret lives of Mormon wives. Can somebody fill me in? Am I clueless about this? Like, am I just naive? Because I mean, obviously now we know that they all belong to the streets, right? But like, isn't it? I don't understand how, like, what makes her Mormon? Like, what makes her Mormon? Is it that she says she's Mormon? Like, is she really a part of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter? I mean, like, or do you just live in Utah and you married a guy who says he's Mormon, right? Officers, it continues, arrested Paul, 28, last Friday after responding to a call at around 11 a.m. and she faces misdemeanor charges of assault, criminal mischief, and a commission of domestic violence in the presence of a child. Oh boy. According to a news release from Harriman Police Department, after her arrest, detectives obtained additional video evidence that has been submitted to the Salt Lake City District Attorney's Office to be screened for felony assault charges and a misdemeanor charge of reckless child abuse. This evidence also suggests that during the incident, Ms. Paul's minor child was injured by an action of Ms. Paul. If this dude, if Taylor Frankie Paul were a man, he would be under the jail. He would be under the jail, guys. What, dude, women today are far more abusive than men. They really, really are. Like women, I believe, and listen, I don't have anything to back this up, but just based on what I'm seeing and hearing, it looks to me, it looks as though women are committing the vast majority of assaults. Am I wrong? When it comes to children. You know what? Let me just move it to children. How about this? How about this? It appears to me that for a long time, women are assaulting their children more than men are. Now, if a man assaults a child, obviously, you can't do that. I'm not justifying it either way. But in my opinion, I think women assault children more than men do. I think if you were to add up the percentages, out of 100%, what percentage of child abuse cases involves a man or a woman? I would say that 85 to 90% involves women. I think it does. I think it does. According to the Salt Lake County Sheriff's Office, records obtained by People, Paul, 28, was booked into Harriman on Saturday at 1:56 a.m. and released at 10:35 a.m. pending her court date. Ms. Paul's status as a social media influencer has no bearing or impact on the investigation or the outcome of this case, added HPD. Taylor shares 2 children with her ex-husband, Tate Paul, with whom she announced her divorce last May in a live stream while opening up about the soft swinging lifestyle and implicating some other, quote, mom talk influencers are in on the scheme. Although their arrangement was, and here it is, although their arrangement was that they wouldn't, quote, go all the way, Paul admitted, quote, she did step out of that agreement, which resulted in the divorce. There you go. There it is. There it is. She literally admits it. She literally admitted it. We weren't supposed to go all the way, but I did step out of the agreement. Of course she did. She introduced her new boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen, in a video back in July, revealing him as the guy she, quote, cheated with. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hold up a second. Oh, my God. Hang on a second. Damn it. I hate this. I hate it when it... So this is her with the guy she cheated with. Do you see how proud she is? Look, this is Dakota. Does this look like something, she's ashamed of doing? You're gonna flaunt the guy that you cheated with on your TikTok. Yeah, I'm a Mormon wife and I cheated and here's the guy I cheated with. To me, that's an L. That's an L. Jesus. Paul has since opened up on Instagram about the shittiest year of my entire life since her divorce and fallout from her confession, including an ectopic pregnancy and deep depression. I do not know what an ectopic pregnancy is. Interesting. And then, of course, they have the obligatory domestic violence if you or someone you know. Blah, 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 blah. So this is a video that she put out a little while back. And this is why I knew that she couldn't be trusted. This is the thing. I think this video was put out before they canceled it, but I want you guys to take a look at this here quickly. I hear you. Look, yeah, I'm kind of busy. There it is. Of course, there's always some fucking music. I hear you. I can't hear you. I'm kind of busy. So this is her new guy. This is her new guy, right? Uh-oh. See, there it is. She's already like this. Guys, this is a liability right here. This is a liability. Okay? This is a liability. You guys understand why this is a liability? Is because she's literally showing the guy that she picked on camera. Right? And it would not take... And dude, listen, you guys know the internet's undefeated. It would not take long for people who really, really wanted to do their research. Look, we see his arm. We see his... Like, guys, we know about how tall he is just based on him standing next to her. Look. Look. Look, watch. There it is. Yeah. So his shoulder goes up to her head. You have to take off for the hypotenuse and the distance and all that. Right? But dude, we can look and we could probably narrow it down to a few guys. Probably narrow it down to a few lives. So already, she's out here before it was even canceled. She's out here teasing the guy that she was with. She's out and about. Oh yeah, this is my new guy. Almost costing, dude. If she revealed who the guy is, then guess what? That's gonna tank the ratings. We already know that. And then of course the bombshell that dropped yesterday. There she is. There she is trying to make it look like she has an ass. She has absolutely zero ass. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. This is the Taylor Frankie Paul arrest video. I'm going to blow this up. And I'm sure we've all seen this by now, but let me go ahead and play it again here.
Yeah. Yeah, look at you. Look. Yeah, look. This is called physical abuse.
Do you guys see what's happening here? Do you guys see what's happening? This is just like Dakota said, this is called physical abuse. And you know, the funny thing is if not for this, oh, Devin tells me, oh shit. Oh, so apparently ectopic is when the egg embeds in the tube. Ooh, that sounds like it hurts. It sucks. That sucks. But when people heard about this 911 call, everyone jumped to conclusions, right? They all said, oh, if it was a domestic disturbance and she got locked up, it must have been because of something he did. Insane. Look at this. One more says, was she drunk when this happens? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. See, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do is hurt me. Huh? And you think this is okay? It's not okay.
And shout out to Dakota. Shout out to Dakota. This guy, not only did this guy have the presence of mind to record this, he then had the wherewithal to narrate what was happening.
Holy
It's okay. I don't give a
Let me go. Stop. Dude, leave me alone.
Oh!
My gosh.
Taylor's daughter.
Your daughter is right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my. You're.
She hit her fucking kid with the chair. Hit her kid with the chair.
No, you. Stop throwing stuff and help your daughter. Help your daughter. Stop screaming at me. God.
Legend said with the $5 super chat says there is also a lot more Mary Kay, oh boy, Latornos and Deborah LaFaves nowadays. E-Parring Boys in School. They have a whole YouTube channel on this. I have no idea who those people are, but yeah. Charlie LeBron says if he never recorded it, she would have flipped the whole story. Yeah, she tried. She tried, actually.
Stop, Taylor. You're done. Taylor. That's it. That is it. No more. You're done. Stop. No. I did none of this. This is your own pain.
What the hell?
You're doing this to yourself. Stop. No.
She hit her kid with the fucking chair. Listen to her. Here's the kid. Mommy!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Indy.
Oh, that must be Indy. I wonder where N Ocean is.
I'm done with you. I'm done.
Yeah, Big Oli says they're not going to send her to prison, unfortunately. Oh, and oh, by the way, she's been accused of domestic violence. So she ended up getting 36 months of probation for this incident, if I'm not mistaken. And apparently there's another domestic violence accusation. I can't wait until that video comes out. Squad 1981 with the $2 super chat says redemption/sympathy tour in 3, 2, and it will work. I don't think so. I don't think there's no redeeming this. There's no redeeming this. Guys, people are waking up, and it's not just men. Man, it's not just men. What is happening, what appears to be happening in our culture today is akin to right around the end of a Fresh and Fit podcast. Stay with me. We've all watched numerous Fresh and Fits. I've actually been involved with a lot of these Fresh and Fits where the girls are trying to go at Myron and Fresh and da-da-da-da-da, but at some point, it becomes so exhausting. It becomes so monotonous. it becomes so crazy that the other girls on the panel start to say, okay, wait a minute, Myron's actually making some sense, and now they're turning on the girls. Right? I always tell you, it's always a bad sign on Fresh and Fit when the girls turn against each other. This is when you know Myron is getting through. Okay? This is why you know this is how you know that Myron is getting through to these women. That's what appears to be happening with women nowadays. Like, at this point, nobody can defend this behavior. Nobody can defend this behavior. Nobody. Not even the staunchest feminists. So, yeah, she'll try to go on the apology tour, and I'm sure that she will think that it's effective to a degree. She's done. Like, it's over for her. It's over. Like, she'll be on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I can't imagine that they're going to kick her off because, I mean, she is a drama queen, and now she's a ratings draw because of this. But I think she's done. Scott B with the $25 super chat says, as someone from Salt Lake City, Utah, the church in Utah is one of the most sexual repressed populations in America. Their strict rules is more than some members can handle, so some act out. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Even Zur says, who even casted her for the show? I don't know. Molten Mage Gaming says, did you see Ben Shapiro attack Myron? No, but Myron gets attacked every day, so that's not a big deal. People attack Myron because it gets some views. Jay Blaze with the $5 super chat says, add this with the Jerry O'Connell interview. We as men are living in a gyno-fascist society. These women are being gaslit to the point of godhood. Wow. Jesus fuck. Damn, that's a Don DeMarco. Good Lord. Yeah, Jay Blaze is right. Level Up Man says she's already come out with the out of context line. Yeah, there's nothing out of context about this. Like, she is assaulting the baby daddy. Let's continue.
Stop!
Shut the f*** up! Yeah, I got that, Dakota!
Yeah, Dakota.
Your daughter just got hit in the head with a metal chair!
There you go. Do you hear how Dakota's narrating? I like how he's narrating. This is very, very good. Bad Sneakers on the Rumble side says, do these modern women truly believe they could take on and defeat a man in a no-holds-barred street fight? That is a dangerous level of delusion. Unfortunately, Bad Sneakers, yes, they do. Dude, I watched a girl on Fresh and Fit look Myron dead in the eye and told him, yes, if we boxed, I would knock you out. She said she'd knock him out. So yeah, these people, they really do believe this can happen.
Oh, you! Go and help your daughter! Now! Help your daughter, Taylor! Oh my gosh! If you throw another chair, are you okay? Taylor!
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? He appears to care more about the daughter's state of well-being than the actual mother.
Help her! Stop!
Get away from my daughter!
Dude, think of your kids! Gosh!
Me too, my daughter. My kids.
I don't care. I love your kids. Yeah, I do. I freaking love them to death. No, yeah, I don't care. Look what you're doing to me. No, nobody deserves it. You're not okay and you're drunk.
Oh, okay. One more was correct. She is definitely drunk.
Go answer, Dakota.
I will. What? Oh my gosh.
Shut the up.
Taylor, stop.
Shut up!
Stop.
Ay.
Gosh.
Nothing.
She's hammered.
And so is he.
I'm sober.
Yes. No. Even if Dakota was, she's hammered, right? And she says, well, so is he. Okay. But only one of you is breaking the law.
But dogs have got me sober.
Taylor,
How about we separate
Taylor,
now?
you need to just come.
Oh, that sounds like either the cops or their
You
family.
threw it at me.
Hey,
Taylor, stop.
You threw it at me? Oh, yeah, she's lying. Oh, yeah, she's lying. There you go. All right, well, there it is, guys. There it is. So, yeah. Miss TFP, absolutely attacked him. The Secret Life of Mormon Wives halts production amid Taylor Frankie domestic violence allegations. This came out 4 days ago. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the article starts, has paused production amid alleged domestic violence amid an alleged domestic violence incident involving star Taylor Frankie Paul and her ex-boyfriend Dakota Mortensen, according to media reports. Production on the Hulu reality series has paused amid an open, quote, domestic assault investigation in Utah. A spokesperson for the Draper City Police Department told People. Per the outlet, quote, allegations have been made in both directions. Of course it's been made in both directions, right? He called the cops and accused her, and then she says, yeah, well, he hit me too. This is what girls do. Yeah, that's what girls do. Well, he hit me too. Yeah, really? Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? Department told People, oh, wait a minute. And contact was made with both parties on February 24th and 25th. So this was about a month ago. A representative from Hulu did not immediately respond to the Rap's request for comment. Paul and Mortensen, who frequently appear in the Hulu series, were involved in a domestic violence incident in Season 1 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that was documented by the series. By Season 4, which debuted on Hulu last week, Paul and Mortensen were still engaged in a toxic on-again, off-again relationship. Paul is set to star in this season, in the upcoming seasons of ABC's The Bachelorette, which debuts next Sunday, with The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives serving to bookend her experience on The Bachelorette. Season 4 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives saw Paul prepare to head out to film The Bachelorette. And Season 5 was set to document the aftermath of her time on the ABC show. Well, that shouldn't really take too long. If you watch Season 4 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the handoff is Taylor has to go be the Bachelorette, and then next Sunday, her, quote, Bachelorette journey will start. Rob Mills, Walt Disney Television's EVP of the unscripted alternative entertainment, told The Wrap on Monday. Season 5 will pick up where that went off, so we can thread that needle correctly. So if we can thread that needle correctly, it's going to be great for one of those things where 1 + 1 will equal 3 for both franchises. Yeah, I mean, that's very good marketing. Very, very good marketing. Unfortunately, it's completely blown up in their face. Let's take a look at these comments. Let's see what people are saying here. Oh, wow. These women are beyond sleazy. I've never seen this show before about Mormon wives, although they're all married to the same guy. Yeah, right. Yep. Good news for the intelligent life everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. The reason why they act like this is because they're incentivized to. Here we go. Now here comes, yeah. This came out a couple days ago. Taylor Frankie Paul's, quote, Bachelorette contestants feel betrayed after domestic violence investigation news. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Taylor Frankie Paul is looking ahead amid drama in her personal life, but some of the men in her season of The Bachelorette feel, quote, betrayed. On March 16th, a source told People that The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives paused filming on Season 5 due to some, quote, pretty serious stuff happening in Paul's life regarding her past. A spokesperson for Utah's Draper City Police Department then confirmed that there is an open domestic assault investigation regarding Paul, 31, and her ex-boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen. Paul is less than a week away from the premiere of her season of The Bachelorette this Sunday, March 22nd. And a source with knowledge of the situation tells People that she's keeping her focus on the premiere. Of course she was. She obviously has a really big moment coming up next week with her Bachelorette season premiere. Blah, 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 blah. Extremely disappointed. Blah, 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 blah. So here's, here we go. Here we go. I guarantee this is where the slant comes in. The Draper City Police Department told People that, quote, allegations have been made in both directions. In both directions. This is why, guys, this is why you know that she is guilty. Because if it were made just against him, they would have said, well, it's just him. But they said made in both directions, and they're trying to imply that he might have done something to her. But none of us are buying it, just given what we've just seen. Contact was made with the involved parties on February 24th and 26th, the spokesperson said. The filming pause and domestic violence allegations comes days after season 4 finale of the Hulu series saw Paul departing for filming The Bachelorette after spending the night with her ex. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let me read that again. The filming pause and domestic violence allegations come just days after season 4 of the finale. The season 4 finale of Hulu series saw Paul depart for filming The Bachelorette after spending the night with her ex. So she spent the night with Dakota before she flew off. Guys, what do I tell you guys all the time, man? Men, we cheat with new pussy. Women cheat with familiar dick. Right? This is another reason why we tell you not to date single mothers. Guys, single mothers are always wanting to fuck the baby daddy. Yeah, you guys have put in the chat, it's always the ex. It's always the ex. Women don't cheat, but women cheat with familiar dick a lot more than they cheat with new dick. Ay, 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 ay. I'm definitely disappointed in Taylor. I don't think that this is a smart move to do right before The Bachelorette, Layla said in a confessional. To be frank, if I was one of those guys and I found out that she effed her baby daddy the day before meeting me, I would be extremely upset and pissed. A source close to the Morbid Wives cast told People that Paul's castmates are distancing themselves from her given what's come to light. None of the women want to be associated with her, the source said. Paul, who is also mom to daughter Indy and son Ocean, with ex-husband Tate Paul, was previously arrested on suspicion of domestic violence in 2023 after an argument with Mortensen, 33. She was given misdemeanor charges of assault, criminal mischief, and commission of domestic violence in the presence of a child after she was accused of throwing a chair at Mortensen that allegedly hit her daughter. No, it didn't allegedly. We actually saw it. Right? Like we saw. Why are we using words like alleged? We saw the incident. Yeah, Toontown AC on the Rumble side says, please tell me the daughter was removed from her custody. Nope. Oh, unfortunately not. Yep. Toontown AC says she's going to kill that kid throwing chairs at her head like that. Yeah. Yeah, what about the child endangerment charge? Dude, I'm trying to tell you. Miami J with the $5 super chat says, Don, could she leverage the publicity for a Muskie's successful OnlyFans run? I think she would. Nah, it's done. It's like I mean... Nah, I don't think... no, there's no way. There's no way. I'm sure the thought has crossed her mind, but she would be... Like, that would be it. If she joins... Like, she's only 31. If she joins OnlyFans... Like, dude, she's already done. Like, it's already over for her. That might actually be why she decides to go to OnlyFans if she didn't really have any hope. Huh. It's actually a pretty good super chat. I don't know, maybe. This woman is absolutely... Yeah. Big Oli says she's absolutely cooked. This is insane. Squad 1981 with a $5 super chat says, even a dumpster fire of a life being public, I still think there are men out here who will wife her up. We are fucking cooked as men. No, we're not. And this is and look, you're absolutely right, Squad. You're absolutely right. No matter what, if a girl is a porn star, a girl like, you know, Taylor, Frankie, Paul, there's always going to be someone out there to wife them up. That is not a W. That's not a W, because the kinds of men that are willing to wife these men up, these are not the men that these women want. So yeah, Taylor, Frankie, Paul might end up with her new beau or new boyfriend or whatever the case may be. She's not going to like that dude. Whoever she ends up with, no way. She's not going to respect him. And all men of value, any man worth anything, are going to stay far away from this hazmat spill. So whoever ends up with her, no. Listen, yeah, there's men out there who are going to wife her up. Absolutely. She's not going. It's going to be the men. These are going to be the men that she doesn't want. No. That's not a W for women. There's not a W for women. Robert Anderson says there will always be a simp who will cape up for her. Absolutely. But women don't like simps, guys. They don't. They don't. Listen, they marry them. They marry these guys, absolutely. They don't like simps, man. Whoever ends up wifing up this chick is always going to have to worry about Dakota. For obvious reasons. I mean, dude, she couldn't... Look, of course she fucked Dakota. She couldn't stop fucking Dakota after going to have a choice from 22 other men. 22 men couldn't stop her from fucking Dakota. What makes us think one will? Crazy. The article continues. She obviously has a really big moment coming up next week with her Bachelorette premiere, the source says. She's been focused on this big launch that she's been going on next week. A separate voice close to the Bachelorette tells People, however, that several of the men who were vying for the love of her on the season of the reality show are, quote, losing their minds over this behind the scenes. Of course. They're extremely disappointed. They felt betrayed when they found this out because they all went into this they all went into this to genuinely get to know Taylor, says the source. Well, they're getting to know her. They're getting to know her now. They're getting to know her now. Representatives for Paul and Mortensen and ABC have not commented to People. Ay. Insane. Absolutely insane. Let's go to the next one. This is the good one. Dakota Mortensen claims he slept with Taylor Frankie Paul the night before she left for the Bachelorette filming. And at this point, she is absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked, guys. And you know, this is interesting. They're not saying that he did fuck her. They're saying he claimed he slept with her, right? So even the title of this article doesn't verify it. Oh, he claims he slept with her. She spent the fucking night. She spent the goddamn night. It was on TV. She looks like she got a boob job. Ay. Oh, look at this. Taylor Frankie Paul wants peace in her life. King Life with the $2 super chat says Donovan sent you something. Oh, okay. Let's see what Detective Life. Let's see what we got here. Who is this? Marvin Goodley? Okay. All right. Good stuff. The end of season 4 finds the 31-year-old Momtalk founder feeling defeated after learning ex-Dakota Mortensen was dating a close friend of Miranda Hope's. I have no idea who the fuck that is. Dakota knew what this would do. He's not fucking stupid, she says in a confessional. Later, she admits that there's a part of me that even wonders if I'm capable of doing this given the recent events. And then there's another part of me that's like, well, you already said you're going to do it, so you need to do it, so pull through. Isn't it funny how in all these interviews, she tries to make us think that she's gone back and forth on doing the Bachelorette? She was never not going to do this. She was never not going. Dude, women like her literally, they wet their panties of the very idea at being the Bachelorette. Guys, let me just let you in on a little secret, guys. Let me let you in on a little secret. This is sort of unspoken. There are certain women out here who do all kinds of dating shows, right? We've seen the girls do F-Boy Island, Perfect Match, Love is Blind, blah, 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 blah. But the pinnacle for a woman in the reality dating TV sphere is to be the Bachelorette. That is it. Once you are tapped to be the Bachelorette, that's the pinnacle. That's where you get the most attention, the most views, the most shots at the best quality guys. Okay? There is no way that Taylor Frankie Paul was going to say, you know what? I can't handle this. I'm not going to do the Bachelorette. Of course she's going to do it. Of course she's going to do it. Because once you're on the Bachelorette as a woman, well, that's pretty much it. Let's continue. Well, you already said you're going to do it, but pull through. So it's kind of very chaotic in the head for sure, which is a secret to nobody at this point. The night before the Bachelorette, Dakota goes to drop off Ever. What the fuck? I don't know who the fuck that is. Goes to drop off Ever, but ends up spending the night in a confessional. He says this is kind of like our last time seeing each other before she goes away, and yeah, it feels kind of surreal. There's a part of me, obviously, I want to go over there because she's leaving, and I'm not going to talk to her, I think, for 2 months. So yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't think there was a piece of me that just kind of wanted to go see her, be with her, possibly for the last time. I don't know. There's Dakota. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Dude, he's got the dreamy eye. Oh, look at this guy. He's got the dreamy eyes. He's got the ball cap. When producers ask him what happened the night before, Dakota just laughs. The events The events threw the morning into disarray concerning Taylor's family and mom talk that she might not follow through on the opportunity. There's no way she was going to turn that down. No way. No way. Taylor tells her family she's not feeling well and insists they go on without her, so Leanne, Jeremy, and Aspen... Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is some nigga shit right here, y'all. This is some nigga shit right here. This is nigga shit. I cannot stand when people use Y in the place of an E or an I. You're doing too much. You're trying too hard. Leave with Taylor's kids in tow. They get to the airport, where they encounter the members of Mom Talk, who were all there to surprise Taylor with a festive send-off. They had already heard through the grapevine about Dakota's night at Taylor's after he told Jordan. Jesse tells us that Jordan told her Dakota slept with Taylor last night. Oh my God. This chick's name is Macy. Guys, do you see this? You see this? Macy. Begins in a confessional followed by Michaela expressing her disappointment in the situation. Just when we were like, yes, she sees it. She sees her worth. She's going to the Bachelorette. She's ready to start this new journey. We're so excited for her. She's back sleeping with Dakota again. Sweetie, that's not his fault. That's her fault. Layla shares, I'm definitely disappointed in Taylor. I don't think this was a smart move to do right before the Bachelorette. To be frank, if I was one of those guys and I found out that she fucked her baby daddy the night before meeting me, I would be extremely pissed and disappointed. Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, this is just, like, again, insane. Like, this woman is making, like, dude, yeah. This is... Macy adds, Dakota's trying to pull out all the cards. Oh, here we go. Now she's going to blame it on him. Dakota's trying to pull out all his cards because he's desperate. He's doing anything he can to get her not to go. I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked at the same time. I'm tired. I'm so over this. Mom Talk informs Leanne and Aspen that Taylor and Dakota spent the night together, causing the family to stress out in front of Taylor's kids. It makes me actually very sick that she would put this whole deal in jeopardy, Leanne says in a confessional. Taylor not showing up at the airport is not a bad sign for her journey in The Bachelorette, but also for Mom Talk if she's going to choose Dakota, who's been kind of ruining her life these last 3 years over something that is a fresh start. All of us in Mom Talk, we've all tried so hard to help. And we've all been there for her, but I think it backfired for her. Insane. Incredible. Let's take a look at, and by the way, guys, right after the live stream, we are going to continue with the Age of Attraction breakdown. Age of Attraction. We're going to be doing that right after this. I will put the Rumble link in the chat shortly because this particular live is about to end. But yes, Age of Attraction is coming right up. Let's see here. Won't help me, blah, 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 blah. Incredible. After Taylor eventually leaves for the Bachelorette, Dakota pulls Jesse and Jordan aside at their Halloween party and tells them that Taylor had hinted, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Taylor told me, look at this. Dakota pulls Jesse and Jordan aside at their Halloween party and tells them Taylor had hinted that she might be pregnant with his child. Fucking hell. Taylor told me the last time that we did it, she was like ovulating. Oh my God. Taylor, randomly in bed, she goes, I haven't had my period yet. And I'm like, what? What from when? And she told me, I was like, whoa, hang on. Jesus. Earlier in the season, the two hooked up during the group's time in Los Angeles, which came just shy of a month before Taylor returned to the area for the Bachelorette. There's only one thing worse than seeing Dakota naked, and that's seeing Taylor fucking right next to him, Layla says, after discovering the two in bed together. I'm absolutely petrified right now, and I think I'm going to return to church. I think I need some holy water to cleanse my eyes because I think they've burned out my fucking head. Yeah, you guys can tell. You guys can tell that these chicks are done with her. These chicks are done with her. Jid with the $1 Rumble rant says, hey, Don Jethro, seeing if I could pull up Sunday. I have some valuable information for you, and I need to ask you something. Won't take long. No, I'm gonna. I'll tell you what, Jethro. What I'll do is the next time I do open up the pull-up line for everybody else, I'll let you know. I'll let you. I'll allow you to come up. Because Sundays, I've decided that, and by the way, guys, I'm moving I'm moving the Sunday Zoom calls to 5:30 in the afternoon on Sunday evenings. But what I'll do, Jethro, is I'll make Mondays my pull-up days. I'm not really feeling too good today. Otherwise, I would have done it today. But yeah, I want to keep the Sunday consultation calls about the actual consultations. Okay, it continues. Says Macy is also fed up in her confessional where she says, it's always like, F him, he's disgusting, I'll never sleep with him again, and like a day later, she has slept with him. It's just mind-blowing at this point, like my brain can't comprehend this madness anymore. Well, again, if you make her eyes wet, you make her vagina wet, right? So this is just a dumpster fire. Okay, let's see what, oh, well, look at this. So this is r/Bachelorette, and, oh, look at this. She exploded at us. Bachelorette suitor reveals what Taylor Frankie was really like filming on the show. Well, let's check this out. I did not, oh, well, how about this? Okay, let's see what this is about. And I didn't plan on bringing this up, guys. I didn't plan on... Look at this. Okay, so the article starts. One of the contestants on The Bachelorette has angrily spoken out about what filming with Frankie Taylor Frankie Paul was really like, as well as their thoughts on the season getting canceled. Anonymously, let me try and make this a little bigger. Speaking to E! News, one of the men from the show, now axed, season admitted there was a lot of drama on set between everyone, of course. They revealed more about how Taylor Frankie Paul behaved whilst filming The Bachelorette, claiming, not to the point of being violent, but she exploded on a couple of us during the show. I just thought she was leaning into the drama. No, no, that bitch is crazy. The contestant claimed that Taylor wanted them to play Truth Box on The Bachelorette, a game which was first introduced on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, where the cast submitted anonymous questions to each other to air out any issues. He continued, every single one of the guys, we all had beef with each other. None of us agreed to do the Truth Box. We said, we'll tell each other to our faces exactly what we think of each other in front of you. We don't need a truth box to hide it. There you go. There it is. Just trying to cause drama. And dudes are like, look, man, if you got a problem with me, if I got a problem with you, I'm just going to tell you. He admitted he, quote, didn't agree with some of the guys with how they dealt with the drama on the show, but appreciated how, quote, everyone was very open about their feelings about everybody. As for his thoughts on The Bachelorette getting canceled following the leaked video of Taylor Frankie Paul, he bluntly said he's so fucking pissed. He continued, we all gave up so much to go and do this. We came in with open hearts. Obviously, the way she acted and the way she treated us all in hindsight was just a waste of time, a waste of energy, and a waste of emotional intelligence. Jesus. He also that after, that does make sense. After watching the video between Dakota and Taylor, that he hopes she, quote, gets the help she needs, adding it's pretty heavy for all of us. All right, so surprise, surprise, she was a bitch. Okay, here we go. It's official. Yep. Jesus Christ. Huge cosign. My God, dude. This is just, I mean, this was an absolute clown show. So unpredictable, we won't even see it. Yeah, the most unpredictable Bachelorette ever. I just, and it says she's not that innocent. Like, I don't understand this. Like, I do not understand why, like, why are they touting this as though this is a good thing? She's not innocent, the most unpredictable Bachelorette ever. Ho, 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 ho. Ay. Ibn Zuer says, I saw Ryan Stone post a little jab on X against Myra with the Angie/Netflix debacle. Is there a fallout with Rolo's crew? I don't know. Guys, to be honest with you, man, look, check this out. Check this out. And this is unfortunate. Just off the topic, this is unfortunate. Like, the only people I really swim with anymore are Myron, Fresh, MLD, Waller, the Tate brothers. Like, I don't, like, those are the only ones that I really swim with, man. They really are. And listen, I like Ryan Stone. And I'm not privy to what he said about Myron. But I think what we do have to understand, guys, is that even when men really, really like each other, we are going to have disagreements from time to time, right? So I think a lot of us tend to, and listen, this is just something that we're all guilty of. But if there's any disagreement between one or more of us, you know, people are questioning, is everything okay? I'm assuming, listen, everything's okay with me. As far as I know, I mean, I haven't spoken with Ryan in years, but I've never had a problem with him, you know? So yeah, you know, I just don't, you know, the people that I've, you know, the people that I used to work with, I don't really work with much anymore. Listen, man, you know, the game evolves, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we move on, we do our own things, and that's generally how it's supposed to go. But, you know, I try not to pay too much attention to that stuff. I really don't. Here's a really good one. There are too many women who are suffering in silence. Frankie Taylor Paul breaks her silence over the Bachelorette's cancellation. Who cares? I don't care. Yeah. Let's watch. Let's check another one here. Oh God, my nose is so itchy. Taylor Frankie Paul breaks down missing Bachelorette fight. Not really sure about that one. Oh yeah, I have no idea. Okay, I don't even know about all that. Ay. Go start. Oh, Jethro Raffro with another $1 Rumble says, okay, thanks. I hope you feel better fast. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. Ghost Artist on the Rumble side says, why are women so loud? Why are women so angry? Why are women so violent? Well, because they're allowed to be. They're allowed to be. The reason why they're loud and angry and violent is because they are not punished for having done so. All right. This is why, and it's funny because women call themselves more emotionally intelligent. Women are not more emotionally intelligent than men. Okay, they're allowed to get away with all sorts of emotional shenanigans and not suffer consequences. King Life says Ryan Stone disappeared. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. Every once in a while, I'll catch Ryan on a Rule Zero panel. You know, I don't know. Yeah, and listen, shout out to the Rule Zero guys. It really just kind of appears, and this is, I'm probably gonna get fucking attacked for this, but I don't give a shit. It appears that the Rule Zero crowd, that a lot of them are just red pill masturbators, right? Like, and listen, we all know Rolo, highly intelligent. He will talk. Dude, Rolo will talk for 5 hours straight and not take a break. And everything that comes out of his mouth is a fucking gold nugget, right? But I have a feeling that the Rule Zero crowd, they just want to sit around and masturbate on the red pill all the time. They want to sit around and talk about theory and you know, sit. I think that's probably one of the many reasons why I've sort of separated from all that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it just appears that a lot of those guys, they just want to sit around and talk. They want to sit around and talk, then they want to talk shit about guys like me simply because they don't like my personality. Get Donovan out of here. All right, cool. Whatever. Yeah, all they want to do is talk. They don't want to take action. They just want to sit around and talk about the red pill and how bad women are and this and that and the third. Well, you do the same, Donovan. Yes, but I have solutions for it. There's a difference. Deadpool says, speaking of cancellations, Love and Hip Hop has finally been canceled. Hold up. Where's it at?
We don't care.
Yeah, I could not give less of a shit. I could not give less of a fuck about Love and fucking Hip Hop. Like, dude, even the previews are just fucking hood. I could not fucking care less about love and fucking hip hop. Literally nigga culture. Literally nigga culture, just sugar-coated nigga culture. That's all it is. That's all that shit is, man. Love and hip hop. Fuck out of here, man. Just nigga bitches doing nigga shit. That's all. That's all. Love and hip hop. Yeah. All those bitches do is sit around and bitch at each other. Will the drama between Tanisha and Katasha ever be resolved? I don't fucking care. Who gives a shit? Swantasha caught Cartavius cheating. Is this the end of their marriage? Fuck out of here. Who gives a fuck? There we go. There we go. All right, let me read a few of your comments. Black Scorpio 707 says, "What the hell are we doing? She got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, and several court cases. You mean to tell me this woman is marriage material? Society is cooked." Absolutely. Absolutely. Kojo says, "Don't forget Pearl Davis." You know, guys, it's interesting. Hang on a second. I actually found the video. The very first video, the very first appearance that Pearl ever made on the podcast. Hold on. Hang on a second. Hang on one second. Because I actually found it on accident. And hell yeah, I downloaded that mother. Did I download that on the? Maybe it's in, hold on. It might have been Mozilla. Did I get it on Mozilla? Hang on a second. I can probably just go get it again. I actually found it on StreamYard. Yeah, I actually found it. I found it on StreamYard accidentally. I was like, oh, look at this. And I saw Pearl sitting there, and she actually talked to Devin as well. Give me a second here. Storage, manage. Let me go to my library. There it is. It's in my library. Hang on, guys. I was actually playing the damn thing. No, that's not where the. Oh, come on. Don't tell me this fucking. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. Got it. Got it. All right, so I'll play a little bit. I'll play a little bit of this for you guys. Actually, you know what? Let me just download it. Hang on a second. I could have swore I downloaded this already, though. Damn, that's going to take a long time. So, it might not take too long. All right. Let me bring this over Hura. All right. So, yeah, let's have a little fun before we exit stage left here. All right. Okay. So, here we go. I couldn't believe I found this. It was crazy. What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this TSR Primetime special discussion starring yours truly, and Just Pearly Things, or Pearl, is going to be in here in just a few minutes. I am told that Heather has sent her the on my watch. You're not going to do it on my watch. Let's just listen. We're so. In terms of the feelings of, so here's where I sort of laid down the law here. White guys who have a problem with white girls who date or have dated black men. Now there are many different degrees to this, obviously, but I think we'll be able to get to that. So I'm going to go ahead and. Yeah, let me go ahead and open up the phone lines here, and I'll, in a lot of ways, the much earned reputation that this community gets for being these angry incel losers. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
all the time, every time. Number one, shit out of you. You guys may be done respectfully. If you done, do not.
3, 2, 1.
No harassing.
Here we are.
Open. They just
Your show is scheduled to start in 30 seconds.
I do not miss Blog Talk Radio. Good
All right.
Lord.
Very good. So we're all good on the phone lines. I will open that up here in a few minutes. So let me go ahead and lay down the ground rules. Number one, there will be no trolling. There will be no trolling. There will be no harassing. There will be no bullying. Don't say anything.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't call her names.
Blog Talk Radio.
You done? Do not call Pearl names. Listen, you can ask her questions. You can do and say whatever you want, but it must be done respectfully. If you guys go to her YouTube or her Instagram and you troll her, I'm gonna ban the fuck out of you. Okay? I'm gonna ban the shit out of you. You guys might like her, you guys might not. Okay? But I treat my guests with respect all the time, every time, number one. And
By the way, this just came down. Looks like Taylor Frankie Paul's ex, Dakota Mortensen, granted temporary custody of their son. So yeah, it looks like It looks like Taylor Frankie Paul's chickens have come home to roost. Yep. Taylor Frankie Paul's ex-boyfriend Dakota Mortensen has been awarded temporary custody of their 2-year-old son after he filed a protective order alleging 2 domestic violence incidents occurred in February. There you go. Like, he's at it. He's like, look, you can put your kids in danger. I'm not going to do that.
number two, when you go over there and you
Okay, there we go. All right, it did. Wow, it actually downloaded a lot more quickly than I
start
thought.
trolling and bullying people, what you're doing is you're reinforcing the bad stereotype, and in a lot of ways, the much earned reputation that this community gets for being these angry incel losers. That's not. Listen, if you're an angry incel loser, that's fine. You have a right to be. You have a right to be that way. You have a right to be that way. But you're not going to do it on my watch. Let's just listen. We're going to treat her with respect. I'm leaving. I'm actually leaving. I'm leaving the chat open for now. I'm leaving it open for now. If things get stupid, I'll give Deb the word, and she'll shrink it to. She'll end up shrinking it to. I was going to say OnlyFans. Only members. Only members.
Jesus, OnlyFans. Jesus. Oops.
Okay. Let's see. So while we're waiting on Pearl, this Blue Method says that this is going to be interesting. Put this poll up on.
Oh, sorry, I did not realize I was going to.
It looks like Pearl. If you're ready, you want to give me a thumbs up, or are you still working on things?
So this is, guys. So I want you guys to understand that this is before anyone knew who Pearl was. This was before. This happened before anyone knew who Pearl Davis was.
Oh, I think she wants to know if I can hear her. Hang on. All right, let me add you to the stream. All right, good stuff. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you. We got you covered. All right, cool. Very good.
Okay, cool. Sorry, some of my camera equipment's kind of new, so I'm still trying to figure out how to work it.
I know. I know the struggle. I know the struggle that comes with new equipment.
Okay, dim this a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, the lighting is much better. It doesn't make you look quite so white. All right. So look, I'm going to let you be the leadoff hitter. I actually watched the response. Okay, so I watched a video. You responded to my response to your response of my video. Say that 3 times fast.
And by the way, every time I talk to Pearl, she's like, Donovan. She's like, I got to tell you, every time, you were right. She's like, you were right about everything, man.
Let's see. So, all right. So lead us off. What is your opening salvo on this particular topic?
Oh, sorry, I did not realize I was going to lead it. No, I was just curious, like, to hear more of your thoughts on the issue, and then I could maybe talk about if I agree or I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah, because, sorry, I was not at all thinking I was going to, like, lead this.
No, that's okay. Listen, my assertion is this, is that there are a lot of white guys a lot of white guys, probably more white guys than would be willing to admit, if they find out that a white girl they are dating or is interested in, if they find out that she has had sex with even one black guy, they completely disqualify her for anything outside of a one night stand. And so what I'm going to do here is I should have had this ready before, but I'm going to share my screen with you. So I put this poll up on YouTube a couple of days ago, and this is my most voted on poll here. So the poll says, and let me blow this up here for you. It says white guys.
I did see that one.
You did see that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so it appears that 32, and again, now there's a reasonable expectation that people are being honest because there's anonymity. We don't know who voted what way. There are a lot of comments, but we don't really know who voted who. So 32% of them said yes, that's a deal breaker. 18% said no. 18% also said, well, if he's a hood nigga, then yes, that disqualifies her. If he was not a hood dude that she had dated, no, that's 4%. 28% said that I'd smash but not commit. Now that seems like a lot of different answers, but according to my math, it appears that 78% on some level would disqualify her for a long-term relationship if he found out at the very least that she was smashing hood niggas. So I guess that's what I'll lead off.
Okay.
The audience is saying more than 7 out of 10. So we'll see what happens. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I definitely agree. Like the quality of your past partners like matters, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but obviously, like if a dude, I don't really like the word hood because you can't really define it, I guess.
You mean
what?
Hood niggas?
I can't. I'm not gonna stop.
Use the word nigger, and it's funny. Sometimes I'll actually play around with her. I'll be like, "Man, what are you talking about? I'm not racist. I love niggas." I can say that because that guy.
Dream Romero series with the $10 super chat says, "Oh, my first super chat ever. Let me give you a Don DeMarco for that." Says the guidance you're dropping on your channel is fire. Choose self-respect over disloyalty. And as it said, you never forget your first. 14 years can't forget her. 14 years can't forget her. How do you move on? Yeah, it's listen, a lot of time, I think what we have to understand sometimes is that there are like I'll just call you Romero. What you have to understand, Romero, is that time doesn't. We all say time heals all wounds, right? But if it's been 14 years and you're still not over her, that says to me that you're not with anybody else. So I'm gonna need a lot more detail. If you want to get like a true answer. However, if you want to tune in at 5:30 Pacific on Sunday, I'll be more than happy to answer your question if you want to come on and talk about it.
What are your thoughts? Because I remember watching your response to my response, and you seem to be utterly shocked that white guys really did feel this way. So after having done a little bit of research, have you changed your position, or what are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say like I've changed my position because I mean it's obviously like gonna be a thing, right? I don't think like it doesn't exist at all.
Sure.
I just don't think it's super big in like the younger generations.
Okay. All right.
So like just because I kind of look at when I hear like things in the manosphere, I kind of look at like what I've seen in real life, you know, because like my first thought is okay, like this is like the topic. Have I seen this like in my real day-to-day life? And just for me, like if a girl carries herself a certain way, hasn't had a high number of sexual partners, you know, doesn't because I think a lot of times like I don't know, like quality women are hard to find. So I think if you carry yourself and you act like you're a quality woman, like most guys, like well, they're not going to prefer it. They wouldn't necessarily really care.
Okay. All right.
And like there's also like the number too, like because I think a lot of times when you say that, like guys are thinking like you're getting ran through by like the basketball team or the football team or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you agree or you disagree with what I said?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, listen. If my rule is this: any girl that's gone to college especially now, and now that it's chic to mess with black guys, it doesn't really have as much of a scarlet letter as it used to. Girls are getting ran through by the basketball team and the football team. And the basketball team and the football team, man, those guys, a lot of those guys come from broken homes, bad neighborhoods, blah, 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 blah. They get on campus, and all of a sudden, these blonde-haired, blue-eyed cheerleaders and sexy white girls are literally throwing themselves at these guys. What are they going to do? Say no because I don't want to taint you? No, man. Like, that's how it goes. Does everyone who goes to college, does she get ran through by the football team? Of course not. But enough of them do to have this discussion. Now, in terms of the assertion, I guess, that this is, part of a sort of a younger generation. So I think that one of the most accurate ways to sort of, kind of put your finger in the air and kind of find out what the pulse of the nation is to go to the internet, mainly Reddit. So this first one, I'm not going to read all of these, but this one was a while back. This was February 6th of 20.
All right, yeah, I think we've seen enough. I don't want that to get monotonous. But yes, that was Pearl Davis's very first. That was Pearl Davis's very first appearance on TSR Live. Like I said, I still can't believe I found it. But I'd like to be. I want to find the video where she was reacting to my video, because that was fucking hilarious. That was absolutely fucking hilarious. All right. The Stark Contrast says, "Great to see you on the show, Pearl." No, this was actually a that was from back in 2021. That was from back in 2021. At any rate, so guys, we are about. Yeah, and then she was on Not All Women. Yeah, that's exactly right. We are about to make the transition. The transition. Oh, there it is. We're about to make the transition to Rumble. Here is the Rumble link. We are about to do Age of Attraction. Obviously, I can't do it here because, I don't want to get nixed for copyright stuff. But Age of Attraction, the Rumble link is in the chat. Red Pill Gospel with the $2 super chat says, "Do you think Love Overboard is a show we can break down? It's a dating show that takes place on a yacht." I don't know. I'll have to take a look at the previews, but they're all starting to get. I think the only the one. I mean, I suppose I could check it out and see what it's about. But I tend to follow I tend to like to break down dating shows that follows the couple. Like Love Is Blind, it follows them from the beginning all the way till the altar and even past that, and so we can sort of see the long-term effects. But I'll check it out. If it's just a bunch of silly. If it's just a bunch of fucking hot people on a yacht dating each other, I don't have any interest in that. And the only reason why I decided to do Love Island, which took fucking forever, was because everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. Yeah, Jay Blaze also told me about Blue Therapy. I might check that out. All right, guys. So there's the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I am now going to cut the YouTube feed. I will see you guys here on YouTube on Monday morning, but I will see you guys over on Rumble.